Hi everybody, I hope you're having a nice Tuesday so far. If you've not been to my stream before, hi, I'm Emily. I am primarily a music streamer over on my main channel, but over here I like to do video game streams. My setup is once again in kind of a transition state. You'll notice camera is a little bit different. I don't love it. I prefer to have things kind of at an angle so it looks like I'm looking down at the screen, but I recently got a new camera to be my primary camera for my main channel, and I only have one like desk camera mount, and that's what it is on. So I've moved this camera back to the top of my monitor. This is just the setup I am working with for today. So I apologize that it looks a little bit different and like not quite as nice as it did before. But like I said, this is kind of the midway stage. That's enough chatter. Let's go ahead and get into Dragon Age. I had to load my last save to remember where I left off, because even though it hasn't been that long since I streamed, just a week, I've done a lot in that week, and I just didn't have information in my brain anymore. But we left off doing this, fighting through this, like, what is it called, abandoned, deserted building. There it is. But these fights are particularly difficult, and so we're gonna start here. And if it's, I'm gonna give myself like a time limit. If it's 30 minutes later and I'm still trying to win this fight, I'm gonna reload and we'll come back with a different party. Actually, can I change party here? Nope. I thought I could, that was like a PC thing. Oh, you can, but like not here. I have to be like in the city. Never mind. If after 30 minutes I can't beat this stretch, then I'm going to, I think, go back a save, or we might be able to fast travel away if I go like back to the entrance. I don't know. But I think I save all these old saves. I only delete them, like, I keep a couple streams worth of saves before I delete them, just in case there's a problem. But I'll go back and we'll try it again with a different party, or I'll go do something else and level up and we'll come back and finish it later.
Defend yourself. It is begun. Very well. No!
Oh, I didn't do that, but whoops. I didn't mean to select Fireball, but then I was like, why not?
It is begun.
I hope I don't get zero experience.
And this.
Time to dance.
Very well. Like this part.
So far, so good. Cleared some of the people, and only Alistair's down. It's these mages that make it so difficult.
It shall be done.
No, I want to hang back. Let Zevran take most of the
It is begun.
aggression. Is that right?
Close.
I would really like to just stay here and attack him from here. Please don't move forward. Okay, can we get Alistair up? I would really love to like grab a save. Can we grab a save here? No, but at least we got Alistair back up. And there's only, I think, the one more enemy, the one blood mage in the other room. No, I won't.
I shall do it.
At least he has some potions too. No, fight him.
Must fight. Let us do it quickly.
Don't die.
I shall do it. As you say.
Is he dead? Did we get the other blood mage? Where did he go? I guess he is dead. Okay, that went much better than last time. Don't want to do that again. See, sometimes it's just some distance. When you're stuck on one part of the game for too long, it's just time to move on to something else, which can be hard to do if you're streaming, you know. You're kind of like, when I'm playing on my own, if I get stuck on something and I can't like reload or do something else, or I don't want to reload or do something else, just turn it off and take a step away from it.
Very well.
Obviously, if you're streaming, you can't just, well, I mean, you can, but you'd prefer not to just leave and abandon stream because the game got hard. No stuff in here. These cough drops are supposed to be like cherry flavored, but they're not. They're just gross. And I really like cherry. This is gonna sound weird, but I like fake cherry stuff, like cherry candies and such. And this is not that. Give Alistair a health potion. Well, let's give him an injury kit. What's wrong with me? I have a damaged eye? When did that happen? Let's do that, and then maybe I'll can also give him a health potion. If we have any more, they might be gone now. They're gone, we've already used them all.
This really gets them blood pumping.
Careful!
Yeah, we did. We resurrected Alistair and he just like ran in, which good for him if he wants to help. But he's a little ambitious, I think, for his current level. Whoops, she just fell. The injury mechanic, I agree. I think it's a little annoying. But I don't, it's annoying, but I don't mind it. Does that make sense? Like, there's a certain amount of, like, realism to that. Like, if you don't heal or recover from the injury, then you're going to, like, fight at a diminished capacity. But it's like, do we need that level of realism? This brought to us by the same people who gave us, like, way too authentically long elevator rides in the first Mass Effect. Like, did we really need, you know, the full, like, whatever it is. I was gonna say like a minute. It's probably like 15-20 seconds in the elevator on the Citadel every time we go anywhere. Did we really need that level of realism? I don't know.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
No, I appreciate the can-do spirit, but you can't open that. He keeps thinking he's going to be able to unlock doors, and he can't just yet. I don't know if I'm going to give him that skill set or not. I want to know what this is. I really like this cabinet. I see this and I think this would be fantastic. Like if you had a big, if you really like to stock up on your reeds or other small musical accoutrements like guitar picks or I don't know, like anything like that. Or if you just, like some people really like to stock up on their reeds in advance. But I don't know what kind of, supposed to be like a, I don't know what it's supposed to be. It almost looks like a card catalog. Those don't really exist anymore. An apothecary cabinet. Did they get it at Pottery Barn? You don't mind the elevator, you hate the stupid security scanner thing on the Normandy, and the second one is the third one. I never minded that. That never bothered me because I like the conversations that the two soldiers have in there about like the goings on in the game. This is the boss, I think, so let's just save one more time before we go in the room.
I know not how you have survived thus far. Is it luck or providence? No matter. You will not survive this!
Defend yourself!
Where's the big guy? He's right there. Yeah, I know I fireballed all of us, but it'll be okay. I feel like this is easier than last time because I put it on easy because I was having so much trouble with this side mission, side quest, and I feel like it didn't get any easier, but like now it is.
As you say.
I've always wondered when I play this game if sometimes like the difficulty changes don't go into effect until you reload, even though it says it's changed. Is that everything? Yes. I don't think there are any more. We already picked the lock into the bedroom. We found a key. But we already got the loot out of there. I think that's it. Yeah, we already went in the bedroom, so now we can just leave. Oh no, I'll go ahead and put it back on normal now. Here we go. So I think we did everything. We're gonna go back to the Pearl later for the interaction with Isabella. So let's go back to the Market District. Because I wanted to do that later. I hope I didn't mess it up by like going to the Pearl and not talking to her. Hopefully she'll still be there later. It's not a huge thing. It's just a small thing that can be fun. But I wanted to go back and have that later. Just keeping an eye on my mic levels. I feel like my voice is a bit lower than it was before. I was trying so hard to find a setup that works for both channels, and I can just set it and forget it, but I feel like I can't help it. I have to keep making adjustments between streams. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to pause this just a second. It seems like the game audio might have been a little high in that fight sequence. So I'm going to turn the desktop audio down just a smidge, not much, just a little bit. All right. That should do it. So let's have a look at the journal, because I wanted to wrap up everything here before we go to Haven. All right, that's something we kind of do as we go. Oh, I thought I finished that, but I guess I didn't. Deals went bad in the market, the warehouse, and the Pearl. Oh, I think I have one of the bodies that I picked up at the Pearl when we were there, and now I need to dump it. And that should wrap it up.
All men are the work of our maker's hand.
There are all these people around this chantry well where I'm dumping bodies, and nobody seems to notice or see anything or care. And then I think I can turn one of them into her.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
Cool. Ooh, Zephyrin leveled up. Let's give him Dex. Willpower. Actually, no. Let's hold off. I'm going to give him 2 Con, because he's a bit behind. Although he's done a pretty good job staying on his feet. Where am I keeping a body? Pockets, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I got like a Mary Poppins body bag. Oh, he could do poisons. I don't make the poisons though. I actually kind of wish I could reshuffle these skill points and put it somewhere else. Let's do his... Actually, we need stealing to open up another quest line. But the question is, can we do it if just he has it, or do we need for me to have it to open up that quest line? Oh well, I'll give it to him anyway. I think... Any of these are like passive. This one is. This is what we want. I always like to get the passives that boost like their what they're fighting or whatever, and those perks, skill points, whatever, inserted as quickly as possible.
To rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his children.
Random lady with a crossbow. Oh, I have a request to turn in for him.
Good to see you back. I've got complaints in the Nord Noble Tavern that some mercenaries have invaded. Nothing violent has happened. The sellswords are probably just disturbing the nobles' rarefied conversation. Just drum the louts out of there. The barkeep doesn't mind some blood. Or sport, as she called it. Captain said Denerim won't miss a few dead mercenaries. Do what you will, and good luck.
It's not turning one in, picking one up. So, alright, so go back to going through them. So that one's something that is ongoing. That's ongoing because I just have to find the toxin extracts. I don't think I found that yet. There's something else I think I have to find? Is this something I find? I'm trying to read the tiny, tiny font. As a person I gotta find. This is the thing I'm about to go do. That's ongoing. Oh yeah, I'm missing one of the hooded couriers for the Blackstone Irregulars. We've done a lot of those. I don't know which one I'm missing. I thought I'd found them all. No, he's right here. He's like literally right in front of me.
My client appreciates your generosity.
Okay, now it's done. We just have to go turn it into the guy. I think he's in the tavern, which is where we're going anyway. I can just get pointed in the right direction. Oh, we've got some stuff to sell though, so we can do that. I was just thinking we need to talk to him at some point, but not yet. Let's go in, not here, to the Mage's store. Because there was stuff I wanted. I can sell the things we picked up. And maybe I can get, what was it? Was there another silly hat? Or I got my silly hat. I was going to get a silly hat for like Win or something like that. I can't remember. Oh, so first let's check everybody else's stuff. Oh, those are the robes I picked up for Morgan, but we haven't changed party yet. Actually, that's what we should probably do. No, let me first check everybody's weapons and such, and then I will see about changing the party up so we can check their weapons and such. I think most everybody's got the best of everything. Poor Alistair's injured again. He's wearing the best helmet, I think. Yeah. Alright, I think we're good. So I'm actually gonna run out of the store real fast because I can't swap the party in here. I think I can swap it outside. Or not. Sad. Then we'll just have to do that later. I still want to sell this stuff though. I don't think I'll keep anything that I'm not sure about and sell the rest.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Okay, so I don't need that. I know the other like salves and stuff are helpful, but I just don't use them. I'm just not in the habit of using them. Gotta keep those. Hang on to the fire arrows. I think we gave Sten a helmet, so I'm gonna keep, but I'm not sure if it's better than what we've got, so I'm gonna keep the better of the two for Sten. Both Liliana and Zevran were good on their leather armor. I didn't look at that jewelry. I can do that in a bit. I think that's everything, so let's see. Can't afford those yet. I don't remember what it was I wanted to get. That ring is pretty good because it gives you resistance to everything, but I can't afford it. Might be good. Might just have to empty the inventory and we can get other stuff later. Alright, let's go to the tavern and deal with those people and hopefully turn in that one Blackstone Irregulars. There we go. That quest. Oh, I have something for him.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let's see if there are any new ones we can pick up. I've already accepted them all. So
What can I get you,
in.
stranger? What can I get you, stranger?
I think we already browsed his wares and bought any potions that he had. That's one of the challenging things about this game, is that there are a finite number of potions. So if you don't have the skill to make them, you can run into stretches where you don't have access to any healing potions.
What are you looking at? We're the Crimson Oars. Complaints? We have good coin, and we're breaking none of your laws. I spit on your complaints.
You see, this is why we called the guard. Causing a ruckus, they are.
We happen to like the ale better here, the wine too. Less vomit on the floor. So long as we're paying, they're serving! Ha ha! Nobles! You may have a point there. Fine. We'll leave. We don't want trouble with nobles.
I wonder if she's disappointed that we didn't fight.
Maker's blessings upon
Okay,
you.
can't turn it in? Why can't I turn it in? I still haven't gotten them all?
Warden.
I might have to look it up. So we did the ones in the little side streets. We've done the one in the market. We did the one at the Pearl. I don't know which one I'm missing. They're all in, like, the greater Denerim area, I guess you could call it. Excuse me. I don't think there was one in the warehouse, but let's double check. We picked up one of the bodies in the warehouse. I don't think one of the hooded couriers is just hanging out here. I don't know though. You know, I've played this game series. I feel like at one point I had played it more than Mass Effect. I don't think that's true anymore. I think I've played Mass Effect more. But I've played this series a lot. But I have a much harder time, like, keeping track of where things are and, like, where everything is. So it's like multi-step. There we go. Multi-step, like, quest. Is this Hooded Couriers one.
As you say.
Oh, we need this when we go back to the Pearl. We need to have read that. I tried to do it earlier and couldn't.
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out alive. He said it was Edwina sends her thanks for getting rid of the Crimson Oars. Mind you, she's disappointed there was no fighting.
She was.
Here's payment. You've helped out a great deal.
So, I am going to look it up real fast because I can't remember. And I don't want to waste time running around Denerim, so we got other things to do. Oh, one's in the alienage. We can't get there yet. Okay, never mind. Have to do that later. I knew there was a reason we hadn't come across one. Who has something for me? Is this Skyrim? Is it a courier? Been looking for you.
The Market District is a whole sight better because of what you've done for us. I know this may not be much, but it's an extra thanks. A lot of folks swallow whatever lies are fed to them, but us believers will try and spread word about you and the Wardens. Thanks.
That's good. So I think that means then that we could just go ahead and go to Haven. We're working on that. Working on that. Working on those two. Those are also in progress. Oh, I forgot about the Mage's Collective. I don't have 10 Lyrium potions at the moment. Or do I? I don't think I do. Let's look. Oh no, I do across the different types. Oh, wrong thing. I want to go back to the journal. Oh, I shouldn't have sold those deep mushrooms. We'll find more. It's not a problem. I can buy those back too. That we have to go back to the college for. Oh, I gotta go return to the collective for that one. I forget which little alleyway they're in. I don't think you can get locked out of like little side quests as easily as you can sometimes in like Mass Effect, but
the client is
try to
very
stay on top
pleased.
of it.
Come back soon.
Cool. And that's something I don't think we can do just yet. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is go back to camp to chat with our friends. And then we have this little side quest. This is DLC sort of. We'll do that later. As is that. We'll do those later, but then maybe we'll do this and then head to Haven. So let's go back to camp. Oh, I have things for Pancake. Have a collar for him. Oh, and it's much better than the one he has. In a new, like, tattoos? Body paint? War paint. That's what it is. Yeah, this one gives him more physical resistance. Let's do that. Oh, and I was going to look at the jewelry because I had new stuff. That's not as good as the one I have. I don't want the deduction to my nature resistance, but gonna replace that one. Okay, so then... Actually, let's give this one to Alistair. Help him dodge missile attacks. I think that would be helpful. And then we can give this one to Zevran. And even though he's not a magic user, when you up a non-mage's magic, I think it means they get more magic resistance. So he can use that for the time being anyway. Let's see about these robes for Morgan. Yeah, they're better than what she has. And then she doesn't have a silly hat right now, so we gotta give her a silly hat. Give Shale some new crystals. You know, Sten's current helmet is better, and the gloves are the same. Right. So I can sell those last couple of things. Let's talk to Pancake first, because he's a good boy. Aw, sits down and stares at you attentively. He is a good boy. Pets. I can deactivate these things for now. Alright, let's go sell those last couple of things and then start talking to our friends.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
So just that and that. Morgan's old robes, old collar, old war paint. Oh, we can sell the bedroom key because we don't need that. Okay, so... Nope, can't get any more potions or anything right now. But I can do some of like the feast day gifts and pranks. So we have these things we can give them to lower. I told you, like, there's a little bit of a glitch with Liliana's approval. If you get it too high too fast, you miss out on her personal mission, personal quest. But you lower like their morale if you give them the thing they don't like. But it's kind of silly and fun. But we'll do that later. Like, we can get a pork cone for Pancake. That'd be mean. But let's get this. Because that is for Win. I think this is for a friend we have not found yet. No spoilers. Pet Rock. Yes. Okay. I think that's it. Although I did want to... We've got some flasks. Let's get like 5 more. Oh wait, 10 more. If I find more elf fruit. Okay, so we can give some of the... Actually, I'm going to start by talking to Liliana and see where we're at in terms of getting to her personal quest.
Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind? My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother. Strangely, the only thing I really remember
we've done this
of Mother
conversation
was her
before,
scent.
but I want to make sure.
She kept dry flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on. Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind? I miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person.
Okay, I know I've
and
done
her
this
people
one
little
too.
more than decorations. There
I
was
will skip
always
through it in
music in
case
Val
you
Royeaux,
missed it
streaming
before.
from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent. Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais. Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Oh, that's right. I have the shoes that are like a gift for Liliana. So what I might do is if none of this dialogue starts her personal quest, I might give her the shoes and see if that raises her level to the correct, her approval rating to the correct level. And if it's not, I can always give her like the onions that Bodon has to lower it. See, onions in this game lower approval because onions are disgusting. They are gross little tubers and no one should eat them ever. Actually, I don't care if you eat them. Anybody who wants to can eat them. I'm just not going to eat them because I think they're disgusting. I'm not trying to, as I say, like yuck anyone's yum. I know most people like onions and there's nothing wrong with that. I just think they're gross. I can't do onions. Never. Just no amount of have you tried them? No onions. Oh, don't feel bad for the onions. They had it coming.
Well, they're shoes. They're pretty. Some of them anyway. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring. I had my eye on a pair my shoemaker was working on. It was covered in pale blue silk with amber beads on the toe. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
I do like green onion. I eat green onion, like scallions, chives, and I like leeks. So those are kind of similar, I guess, but white onions, red onions. I know I'm from Georgia, but Vidalia onions are also gross. Like, there's something about the texture and the veins, and it's gross. I have this memory of like 7th grade life science class. We had to like peel off a layer of an onion and examine it under the microscope. And which is not the grossest thing I ever examined in a science class, but I already didn't like them, but I remember that whole experience, like it just really cemented it for me that I just was not an onion person. I don't like the texture. I don't like the way they feel in my teeth if I bite into one. The only one like I kind of like ignore it, you know, like let it slide if it's only a little bit, is if it's a little bit of like raw red onion. That's the only one that I can like or purple onion, like if I get like Chipotle guac and I accidentally get a bite of onion, it's not like I don't like it, but like I'm not fully triggered. And I guess like soups, if it's cooked down like really well like cooked and really small, and there are other things in there like to cover the texture, then I can deal with it. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I don't know, like most any other food, I will at least give it a try or try a different preparation, you know, if I don't like one preparation. But onions, I can't. So all of my cooking, I use a combination of like onion powder and like the dehydrated onion flake. And I'll use plenty of garlic. I love garlic. And like I said, like green onions, or chives. I'll use those sometimes instead. But I just can't get on board with onions. And I know it's either like everybody I ever tell that to, it's one or the other. They either totally get it because they also don't like onions, or they like onions. Well, I guess it's 3 reactions. They really like onions. They love like caramelized onions and all that, and they can't understand how I would like want to eat like a burger or something without caramelized onions. Or they're like, onions are fine. I don't understand what could be off-putting about an onion. You know, like, people who like not take it or leave it, but like they eat them and they're not offended by them. But I don't know. It's a texture I'm not a fan of. But I don't mind the flavor. So if I eat, like I remember going to a restaurant once, I had like a grilled fish and it came with like ring of onions on it. That was fine because I could just take them off. You know what I mean? So like if somebody brings me my burger and they forget to take I usually order without onions because I don't like to waste. But if it comes with like the onion rings on it, like I can just take it off. Not a big deal. But like McDonald's burgers or something like that, with the tiny little chopped onions, like they're very hard to get rid of. Like, no, not a fan.
They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Okay, I know we've done that conversation before.
Yes. Something
I'm just
you need?
clicking through them
Yes?
to make sure we have our bases
What's
covered.
on your mind? Where did you hear this? And did you not think that this could be historical fact and no longer true? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
I really like the Dragon Age take on bards. I haven't been playing D&D for very long, but I guess bard is technically my most played class because I have a character I have 2 characters going right now. Technically 3, but I only used the other one for a one-shot, so I haven't used them like for real yet. And I have 1 retired character, but they didn't die; they just retired. But I have one that's a bard, and another that is the one I'm currently playing. Well, actually, I'm playing both of them right now, and the other one is a barbarian, so a barbarian multi-class. She's a halfling with anger management issues, and it's a lot of fun. But I like the Dragon Age take on bards where they're like assassins. And so I feel like that's kind of it was kind of the inspiration behind my all bard character, but she's a little bit less like that. She's a little more like, she's not like a big fighter, like damage dealer. It's more like, not even really sneaky. She tries to like, I made her like smart, but like, so like her dot stat is strength, I think. So she doesn't really deal damage, but like, so it's more like trying to like weasel her way out of and talk her way out of situations, that sort of thing. But I like the Dragon Age take on bards where they're like assassins that kind of hide behind like the guise, I guess, of being like a performer. So maybe I'll do a D&D character like that. Maybe I'll do like a D&D, like a bard rogue multi-class sometime to kind of be inspired by the Dragon Age bards.
Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are. Nobles mostly. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players. I have revealed too much, it seems, but it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past. My skills served me well, but the day finally came when I decided to just put them aside. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry, and when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to see the Maker brought me here.
Okay, so that's conversation is like kind of a lead-in to getting towards the conversation that takes us to our personal quest.
Something you
So
need?
see if we can get there now.
I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I could give you some pointers, though. You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Let's just go over there, away from the others. For safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time. Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind? Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Alright, look at that later. So now let me try giving her the shoes and see if that unlocks a new conversation.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
And if it doesn't, I might have to lower her approval so that we can try again.
Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind? Yes? Something you need?
Okay, so no. Maybe I'll leave it. I've just given her the shoes. So maybe I'll leave it for like a round of side questing. And if we still come back to camp and I can't get to her personal quest, then I'll give her some onions or some charcoal and lower her approval and try again. Because I did that last time. Like one of the first times I played, I missed it entirely because I didn't have the DLC, because I didn't have was it anniversary? Completed it, the complete one, the one with all of the side quests and everything. Oh, sorry, I missed the follow. Thank you, Possum. Thank you, Possum, for the follow. But another time when I realized I did the same thing, that I had got her approval too high too quickly and had missed like the on-ramp for her personal quest, I did have the expanded edition, so I gave her some of like the pranks, the gifts that basically lower their approval, and I was able to fix it. So we'll try that if we're unsuccessful. So let's see, that one is an Alistair gift.
Oh, thank you. That's
or it wasn't.
Very nice.
Oh, that might have been Liliana's. Oops. Oh well, it's fine. These bracers could be anyone's. I'm gonna give him this Zevran because we need to get his up by an invisible clock.
You have excellent taste.
I'm not gonna say any more because spoilers. Also, we can give him the shiny gold ring because these are one of the ones that can. Oh, these two are ones you can give to anybody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he sounds thrilled. Oh, we have more ones for. I don't know. Liliana's is awfully high. I'm worried that like I'm gonna mess it up, but we can try it. We'll give her that one.
Oh, how dear of you.
And then I'll go talk to her again and see if that did anything. And then the Alistair doll is a special one from Morgan.
I am grateful.
It's like a voodoo doll.
'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Well, you can also give her. No, that's it. The others are like the anyone ones. I can save that for like whoever else needs it. Oh, we're definitely gonna give Shale the pet rock.
Ooh, shiny.
Oh, we get to name the pet rock. I totally forgot. Oh, I like Herbert. Herbert's good. It's cute. I love that Shale has a pet rock. Instead, I don't think we have any more for him at the moment. Gwyn gets this one.
A generous gift.
And Pancake gets a stick. These special gifts, you can interact with them. They become like an action, so that's kind of fun. I don't remember what Zevran's special gift is. Maybe it was the Antivan Ale that I missed before. But the hand puppet is for Alistair.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Okay. So... actually, if that is, let's go ahead and get it and give it to him, because there's a... no spoilers, like a
Are you
a bit of
sure
an
I can't interest
invisible
you in
clock
this
on
hat?
Severin,
A pair
and
of
there's
earrings, perhaps?
like a
A
pass
cheese
fail
knife?
moment if you don't have his approval up, and so I want to have that up.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
So I think we have another friend we haven't met yet who does love like everything alcoholic. But I think maybe this is the one for Severin because he's from Antiva. It's either like generic thoughtful gift, lump of charcoal, and well, I guess fair enough. They're rotten onions, not good onions. Good onions. The uncrushable pigeon is just a very mean prank gift for Shale because they hate birds. And then we have the sugar cakes that like raise the approval just generically for everybody. So let's go. Let's give the I don't know why I can do this from anywhere, but I keep walking back to the group when I have stuff to give them. Let's give the Antivan brandy to Zebrin.
I shall treasure it.
There we go. I thought he would like that. Okay. Let's try talking to Liliana again. Let's see if things are different.
The stars are out.
Ooh.
It comforts me to know that the stars will remain untouched by the blight. That whatever happens down here, they will shine eternally. Their light undimmed. There is a story about that cluster of stars over there. Do you know it? Elindra and her soldier? A long time ago, there lived a fair maiden called Elindra. She had many suitors, but spurned them all for she did not love them. One day, Elindra was sitting by her window in her father's castle, singing and dreaming, when her lovely voice caught the attention of a young soldier. Entranced by her song, the soldier drew near to Elindra's window. As their eyes met, he fell in love with her, and she with him. When Elindra told her father about the man she had chosen, he was furious, for Elindra was high-born, but her love nothing more than a common soldier. To keep them apart, he had Elindra imprisoned in the highest tower of his castle, and sent her soldier to the wars. Alas, not a month had passed before news of the soldier's death reached Elindra. Alone in her tower, Elindra wept for her love, and beseeched the gods to deliver her from this cruel world. So earnest was her plea that the gods themselves were moved. They gathered Elindra into their arms and lifted her high into the heavens, where she became a star. The gods also raised up the soul of Elindra's soldier love, and there he dwells, across the horizon from her. The band of stars between them is a river of Elindra's tears, cried for her lost love. They say that when Elindra has cried enough, she will be able to cross the river to be reunited with her soldier. This story is one of my favorites, a tale of a love so great and so enduring that it defies death and moves the gods to action. Sometimes I ask myself, does such a love exist? Can it exist? I never expected you to say that. It is a pleasant surprise. I have to say there is a certain severity to you. Finding a person behind that all is nice. Maybe you should let your softer side show more often. Sometimes following your heart, not your head, leads you to remarkable places. Looking for little old me? Go?
No, I didn't mean to say that.
Go?
No.
You want me to leave?
No, I clicked the wrong thing. Whoops. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that either. I cannot click correctly to save my life in this game. I did not want to ask her to go.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Okay. So... what is her approval at now? So now I'm going to give it like a round of like side questing, and we'll talk to her later and see if we can get to her personal quest. So that was, we unlocked new dialogue that time, so maybe we just need to do some other stuff. I don't think we're going to talk to everybody just now because I don't want to spend the whole rest of stream just talking to our friends, even though it is fun to talk to them. So I'm just going to talk to Zebrin, because like I said, we need to get his approval up, and I think we should kind of move forward in the dialogue too. So, and then we will go do that one little side quest and then head to Haven.
I've a question, if I may. Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity. Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave? Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
I think that's good for today. And we'll go to side quest. Just out of curiosity, I don't like to spoil it, but I'm also not being like secretive about it. Have any of you figured out who I'm romancing in this game? Our options are Alistair, Zebrin, Leliana, and, well, Morgan, but we can't romance her because she only likes male wardens. Zebrin and Leliana like both male and female wardens, and Alistair only likes female wardens. So we have three options: Zebrin, Alistair, and Leliana. I'm not going to tell you if you're right. I'm just curious if you figured it out yet. I did give a big hint, like at the beginning of the game, which is a big hint, I guess, if you know the game. But I've picked for this playthrough the one I feel like makes the best overarching story. So I'm curious if you all have figured it out yet. If you don't want to guess, you don't have to. Also, because I didn't ask earlier, does anybody else have like a weird food aversion? Like for me and onions, do you have like a food that you just like cannot get behind, cannot enjoy, do not want to eat because of texture, taste, smell, any of those things? Or something else, like it doesn't have to be a food, like something you just really don't like. For me, the other one is velvet. I hate velvet. I hate the way it feels. I hate the way it feels on my skin. It makes my skin crawl. If I see somebody like take a velvet pillow and like rub their hand over it, my skin crawls. It's like a second-hand thing. Can't stand it. But do any of you have any weird quirks like that? Like things you just don't like for no rational reason? I'm curious. I want to mix up the party a little bit because we might have friends who need to level up. But we're going to keep Liliana around because she has the crossbow and is a good archer. And let's take Morgan since she wasn't with us for a bit. And actually, no, we'll take Morgan later. I'm so sorry, Morgan. I want to take Pancake for a bit. And let's take Sten.
Yes.
And I think we'll change it up again when we get to Haven. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. So let's go here. Actually, no. I'm going to do all that over again. Sorry. Because I made this mistake last time. Didn't save after wrapping up all the chats in camp. And then... excuse me. And did back up here after dying with no progress having been made with our friends. So we're just not going to make that mistake again. Alright, so now we're going to go here.
It shall be. It is begun.
I want to move it farther away from me. Oh, well. Oops, I fell down. Why am I not facing the right way? Oh, it's fine. Oh, Sten fell down. I'm sorry, Sten.
It shall be done.
That was one of our Chantry Board quests. Or Mage's Collective quest, I can't remember. One or the other. But first, we have level ups. Mix it up just a little bit for Pancake. Didn't mean to do that. Just level up Sten as well. Well, let's do another save before we continue on.
Get your horses off Ben Talman's land. We won't bend needle again.
Loghain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lickspittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
These target people. Why can't the target people?
Quickly, we must try it, Mage. It shall be.
Is that it? I guess so. That one wasn't too difficult.
I shall do it.
Are we good? Can we talk to him? Everybody else left.
We showed those Loghain upstarts.
I guess so. Alright, so we're all done there. So... Oh, I forgot about our quest to... Oh, right. We can't do it yet. We'll do... Continue looking for... excuse me. Sten's sword when we go to the Frostback Mountains. So that'll be later. So let's go on to Haven. Yeah, there's a bit of a difference. Like, because there are foods that I definitely don't love. But, like, I can eat them. You know what I mean? Like, I can... Like, if I have to. Like, Brussels sprouts. I don't love them. I don't really like the flavor. No matter how they're cooked, I never really love the flavor. But I can eat them, you know? Like, if I'm hungry enough and they're there, I'm gonna eat them. But onions, I probably would just starve.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, Old Tegra can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
I don't think we have much, but... Oh, I forgot to contribute to everybody's... whatchamacallit, like the funds for the different... for our allies. Also, how do you use the gift items in this one? Because in the Xbox version, you hit like right or left bumper, I think it is, and it brings up a wheel, like the expression wheel, not expression wheel, that's Fable, but like a wheel, and you can choose the item. I don't know how to do that in the PC version. I can't afford it yet. No, I can't afford it. Ooh, we can get a book. Let's get a book. Oh, can I do it from... If I could, oh, let's see if I can do it. Inspect? No? So how do you do it? Because I know how to do it in the Xbox version. I don't know how to do it here. I don't know how to use the items. I'll have to research and report back. Anyway, the book. Ooh, so I have to choose who to give it to. I think I'm probably going to use it for myself. For my character. 1 point to spend on a skill. Yeah, I'm going to do it for myself. basically bought a skill point. So let's do survival. No, I'm going to do stealing so I can open up the quest line when we go back to Denerim. And we'll do that after Haven, I think. Can I talk to the oxen? No, I cannot. Sad.
Very well.
Let's see. The game's been good since Andrew worked on it, but I don't want... I say this all the time, but it's so true. I don't want to invite disaster.
What are you
so
doing
I try to
in
say,
Haven? There's nothing for you here. What do you want? You may trade for supplies at the shop, then I suggest you leave.
Interesting strategy. Tell me, do you intend to keep going north until it becomes south and attack the Archdemon from the rear? The Archdemon is our goal, and we are heading away from it to find the charred remnants of a dead woman. I will not simply follow in your shadow as you run from battle. Then turn and fight. You keep the Darkspawn waiting.
He disapproves. He has some trouble, like, thinking long term. Like, we can't just like the four of us go fight the Darkspawn, like the Horde. Not going to be successful. We need allies, and this is part of getting allies. Another ox.
It is begun.
Can we go in this house? No. Chickens! I'm not sure directions work like that either, but... Oh, we don't want to go. We'll go in the villager house, but I want to go to the shop first.
Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Were you up? Were you down? Chasing rabbits round the town. Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. It is soft, it is warm. It will shelter from the storm. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. Dear Bonnie Lynn. Sleeps the peaceful crib within. A mossy stone, a finger bone. No one knows but Lynn alone. Dear Bonnie Lynn. Sleeps the peaceful crib within.
Why is the child so creepy?
Who are you? You shouldn't be here. I asked you first. Lowlanders don't belong here.
Alright. Which way is the store? I forget. No. I guess we haven't gotten there yet. That's where he came from. Okay. Got turned around. A chest? Oops, I'm stuck.
You were in the Chantry. You are a priest?
No. I was a lay sister of the Chantry. I lived and worked in the Chantry, but I did not take any vows.
So you dabbled in priesthood then?
Oh no, the lay sisters don't have the same sorts of duties as priests at all.
So you were not a priest, did none of their duties, and took no vows, but you lived among them?
Yes.
You were a house guest of the Chantry?
Sort of.
Sin has a little bit of a difficulty with like nuance. Squishy, mushy textures, I could understand that. I have something similar, but like I can deal with something like a squishy or mushy textured food if it's paired with something crunchy. That kind of like makes it better. So like, I like eggplant. Roasted eggplant is good, but I need to like have it with something else. But like I love eggplant parmesan, so good. And I like zucchini. I don't like it overcooked though. I'm with you on that. I like it to still be kind of firm. Is this the store? Yes. And then we'll go back and check out that house.
It is begun.
She really struggles with like opening containers sometimes. I guess I do too sometimes.
I shall do.
Just like casually opening their chest and taking stuff.
I
Insufficient skill. Oh no.
Who are you? You're not from Haven. How would you describe the place you know only as home? I don't have much, but I suppose you can take a look.
Yes, health poultice. All of them. And injury kits. And let's go ahead and take delirium potions too. Nothing special so far. I have stuff I wanted to sell. I think we're good. What's back here?
What are you doing? That's private! No!
But now I want to know what's back there.
Just don't listen, dude.
Oh no, that's a dead body. He's not up to anything good. Oh, friends handled it while I was... Oh, we got weird line things happening in the game. That hasn't happened in a while. Go away, please.
As you say.
Oh, I didn't want to wake it. No raw shrimp or diamond squid. Where did you have raw shrimp and squid? I didn't think you could eat shrimp. Well, no, that's not true. I did see raw shrimp on the menu in Japan. I just didn't have any. But up till then, I thought you couldn't eat shrimp raw. I thought it was one of those that like you couldn't have raw shrimp sushi because it wasn't safe to eat. But maybe I was wrong. I am kind of like, oh, in Japan. So yeah, that makes sense because you were just there. Yes, that all makes sense. Yeah, when I eat sushi in Japan, I start to kind of like more or less like the beginner friendly stuff. I loved the otoro roll I had, or otoro sushi I had. Isn't to roll because that's not really a Japanese thing. Loved that, the fatty tuna. I ate that. I ate lots of salmon and lots of tuna. I had some shrimp, but I'm pretty sure it was cooked. I'm stunned. Move, please. Come on.
It is begun.
Now we gotta go back and inspect that house. Which I believe is back this way. Yeah. Oh no, not that's to get back to the map. I also didn't try any like raw egg when we were in Japan, which I know is very common there. Cause I didn't know this before I started researching the trip, but apparently they don't have like salmonella on eggshells. It's not a problem in Japan. So you can eat raw egg, but that's kind of a sketchy texture for me too, so I didn't do that. I don't know why these villagers are just attacking us for no reason. We're minding our own business. They're really sensitive about looking around corners.
Come and get us! Are you
I shall do it. It is begun. As you say.
Careful! Quickly, we must fight!
Good? That's not the house. Where's the house that we're supposed to go in? Oh, I need to make some potions because I found a couple elf fruit. Trying to make us as well stocked as possible.
As you say.
Allow me. I could do that for you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, still need Liliana.
I was not expecting to find something so unsettling.
He licks the bloody altar. Pancake, no. That's gross. I guess that's just how he explores the world around him. Do we get everything? No one's hiding in the wardrobe this time. I think I would just leave the town with the bloody altars. Go this way now. Thanks. I'm gonna save. Just have it in a minute. Sorry if the saves still seem excessive, but just had so many troubles earlier in this playthrough. I'm just trying to prevent it from happening again. As much as I possibly can, anyway.
I shall do it. As you say.
Nature preserve us!
It's the cursor again. There it is. Oh no! Give myself an injury kit. Everybody else is good. I'm the only one who's... Oh no, Sten has an injury. You might need another one. I think he had 3 injuries. Yeah. Oh no, that's a temporary one.
It is begun.
Even though there were some things when we went to Japan that I was maybe a little nervous to try, or felt like a little bit too outside of my comfort zone. Everything I had to eat in Japan when we went was just amazing. Like, the food was just so good. I mean, not everything was amazing. There were a couple of things that, like, I didn't like as much as other things. But, like, even those, like, the food itself, like, the quality of the food was just good, even if it wasn't, like, to my taste, you know? We had a few different ramen bowls while we were there, but my favorite, I think, was, like, it was either that ramen or the dumplings at the restaurant in Harajuku were my favorite thing. But the one ramen I liked the best was not like the Tokyo style, even though it was in Tokyo. I think it was Hokkaido style ramen, and it was very good. It was my favorite.
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her...
Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far?
This, my brothers, is what happens when you let an outsider into the village. They have no respect for our privacy. She will tell others of us if we let her. Word will spread, and then what? You, stranger, do not understand our ways. You would bring war to Haven in your ignorance. We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
I like to use the Winter's Grasp first because I feel like it helps if I can freeze and immobilize the most, not intimidating, dangerous, I guess, person in the room. Which is usually the mage. Sorry, Sin, I set you on fire a little bit. Oh, I set everybody on fire a little bit. I apologize. Just trying to help. I think if I wandered into a town that was just a cult, I would just leave.
Very well.
I think I'd be like, you know what? This is a problem for somebody else.
It is begun.
Above my pay grade.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
As you say.
It's cool. I want a house someday with a secret door and a secret room.
Your wish?
Kind of like in Skyrim, like the house in Windhelm, where the alchemy slash enchanting tables are hidden in a little room behind like a false closet. I would love something like that. It'd be so fun.
Who are you? They sent you to finish it. You're not one of them, thank the Maker. What do you think? Weeks of scant food and water, the torture. Oh, I've never felt better. The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
That feels much better. I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain. The Arl is sick. Will he live? The Arl is a noble soul, but the ashes will surely cure him. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Iric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it. Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside and I will show you. All right. What is on your mind? Yes, of course. How could I forget? Iric said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men. Good. Iric and his fellows were a blemish in the Maker's sight. If the Maker would even deign to look upon this world, that is. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
I don't think I had that kind of sukemen noodles. I don't think I've had those. I like soba, like a cold soba. I ate that twice. Once, the first time was better. It was at a restaurant in Shibuya? I think that's right. And they had like this, the dipping sauce was like a toasted sesame. It was really nice. And they had like the kettles of hot water to pour in your leftover sauce so you could drink it like soup after. It was really tasty. The second one was still good, but I just love cold soba, so I was happy to eat that one on a cold rainy day. We went to a soba shop and Andrew got, actually at both of them, I think he got like hot like soba soups, but I just love the cold dipping noodles. But I haven't tried the sukemen ones. I'll have to look them up and see if I can find some. I bought some soba recently, so I'm gonna make some sometime soon. I just haven't done it yet. The only times we didn't fully enjoy the food was more traditional places. Yes, this is true. It is very different. The only meal that I didn't like enjoy all of it was the one night we stayed in Kyoto. We stayed at like a ryokan. It's like a traditional Japanese, and if you don't know, I've never been. So we had because I wanted the whole like futon on the floor, like tatami mat experience at least one night. The rest of the nights we were in like a business hotel that had more of like a Western style bed. But that breakfast that we had at the end, which was optional, but I did pay for it because I wanted to try it. I ordered it in advance, but was it kiseki style? Is that the right word? I might have that wrong, so don't quote me on it. But parts of it were really good. Parts of it were interesting. I did try a little bit of everything. So like it came with some like baked or grilled salmon, which was a little bit unusual for me for like breakfast, but it was good. And then rice and miso soup. I love miso soup, and like I'll never be able to eat miso soup in the States again because it's been ruined for me forever because I had so much just like really good miso soup. And then just rice, like basic simple rice always tastes so good because they just like just take great care when they're preparing it. But so the salmon with that breakfast was good, and there was like kind of the cold like sort of sweet omelet like you get like on top of sushi sometimes, so that was good. And they were like little teeny tiny itsy bitsy like dried fish with little teeny tiny eyeballs. I did taste it, but it wasn't my favorite. Then there was some sort of like dried scallion or something, like that was okay. And then there was like a roe of some kind, like a fish egg, which I tried, but it was the texture or the fact that it's kind of spicy or both. Felt like the sensations in my mouth were not something I enjoyed. It was not, I didn't like it. Maybe I was supposed to eat it with something and I didn't. So maybe if I knew better like how to eat the food, it would have been better. And then I ate one. They had a little dish with two of these little things. I only ate one. Something I didn't ask what it was. I sure hope it was like a scallop. I hope it was a scallop. I think it was a scallop. But it was little and brown and round and slimy. I'm gonna go with scallop because that's what I would prefer to remember it as. It was not my favorite either. But like I said, the salmon. Oh, and there was like a little bit of like matcha, like jelly. Like it was like a creamy, like a pudding, like but in like a cube, kind of like a Jello jelly hybrid, pudding hybrid. That was tasty. The little dessert, like with the breakfast, that was good. So like overall, like I just felt bad because I didn't finish all this stuff. A lot of the restaurants we went to, like I couldn't finish everything because they have very generous portion sizes. But like some of the ramen shops, like the bowls of ramen were just so big I couldn't finish it, and I felt bad because I know it's kind of considered bad form over there to leave any food. But yeah, I'm glad we tried that traditional style breakfast, but it would take an adjustment. The hotel we stayed at had breakfast included, and it was a little bit different, but more similar. There was like yogurt and granola, a bunch of pastries that have like, I couldn't quite get on board with the Japanese style scrambled eggs because they're a little too runny for my taste. And then they'd have like sausages, which are kind of essentially hot dogs and like bacon and stuff. And then the one thing I did like is, it would be weird to like anybody else, but I enjoyed it. They had breakfast soups, and I just kind of like love soup, especially on a cold rainy day. So like the days where it was a little bit cooler, because we went, you know, in the spring, in early spring, so it's still pretty cool most days. But those were actually really good. Because, you know, when you get your mind over it or like past it, you know, breakfast foods are just convention, you know, like they're just, the foods we consider to be breakfast foods are just the results of like decades of marketing campaigns, you know, like it's not really like, there's not like an evolutionary or survival advantage to eating certain foods for breakfast. Now it makes sense when you're talking about the science of like getting more nutrition earlier in the day, that sort of thing. But yeah, breakfast foods are just convention. So I think with time I could get used to something like that, but not like just in a week or two. We did have McDonald's one time. That was the one time we ate something that was a little bit more familiar. Not to say the Japanese Big Mac I thought was much better than the American Big Mac. But I think it's just like, it speaks like just food quality differences. The standard for food quality is just higher there, even for fast food. Did not try Japanese Taco Bell. I did not expect to find a Taco Bell in Japan, but we didn't try it. But I was curious. I was kind of curious what a Japanese take on Taco Bell would be like.
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be. I do not know. When the chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the chantry and so have no knowledge of the chantry's rules. They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that. Yes, it was. So run along and get that medallion then.
I have it.
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside and I will show you. Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down.
He's walking awfully well for a man who can't feel his foot. So I think we might actually, and it was a little bit early, but the temple is kind of like a longer stretch. So I think for flow wise, or like for story and for flow and for just like not finding a natural place to stop, I think it would be wise for me to stop here because I don't know that I could get to another like good stopping point in 20 minutes. So I know it's a little early. And have a really nice night, and I'll see you again soon.